What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Thanks for joining the conversation today. I'm Tiffany. Today we're going to get into the IRS federal workers layoffs and everything they're going through right now. Trump said in 2022 he was going to do it. Uh, I don't know why anybody didn't believe him, but he was like set on that, especially after they had messed with him with his taxes. Oh, he was out for vengeance. But let me know what y'all think about this. We finna get into these videos about these layoffs and people losing their jobs, uprooting their life, losing their income, gotta pay their bills, and just don't know where to go right now and what to do. Let's check these videos out.
Just got laid off from my federal government job. I don't know. Feeling angry. Very angry. Frustrated. It sucks. I worked in the IRS, small business, self-employed. And now there's going to be a lot of people on unemployment. Great.
Walking in. For the last time. Everyone is packing up.
Yeah, they was turning in their badges, packing everything up, just waiting around for an
Since
email.
I got here early, I'm already done.
Every Monday they say they got anxiety and stress. They don't know what to do.
We're removing all of the unnecessary, incompetent, and corrupt bureaucrats from the federal workforce. That's what we're doing. And under the buyouts, we offered federal employees more than 75,000 federal bureaucrats. Think of that. Have voluntarily agreed to surrender their taxpayer-funded jobs. We want to make government smaller, more efficient. We want to keep the best people, and we're not going to keep the worst people. And you know, we're doing another thing. If they don't report for work, we're firing them. In other words, you have to go to office. Right? Right? Look at her. If you don't report to work, you know, that's another scam. You know, who the hell, if I'm staying home, I'm going to, let's see, my golf handicap would get down to pretty low number. You'd be shocked if I told you the real number. But I would be so good. I'd try and get on tour. I would be so good. I'd call up, I'd say, listen, I'm really working here. Where are my clubs? Where are my clubs?
Hey, no, like not to be funny, but they really don't want to go to work. Like, you got a problem in this recession, you have a problem with going in the office, you want to sit at home, you better be glad you even got a job. All the complaints, you knew you had to go to work. C-19 is over. Come on now, hit that office, baby. Yeah, I'm complaining about that, but a lot of them saying they having a lot of stress. It's hard on them. They can't function because every Monday, every Sunday night, it's just anxiety all night, not knowing what Monday's gonna bring. Is it gonna be an email, let go, turn a badge in, give us a laptop, we'll see you later type thing. Let me know what y'all think about this.
So I was fired today and wanted to come on because I feel like, number one, this happens to a lot of people, and I was really blindsided by it. The reason I wanted to come on, number one, is because I feel like this happens to a lot of people, and it's like shocking and a lot to process. You know, you work for a company with people for a long time, and then to like just get a Zoom or like this was like a random meeting put on my calendar, and it only showed like my manager on it. I didn't know like the HR person was gonna be on too, and then they just like said it very kind of coldly. And then they just read out like the severance stuff and just said like, you know, it's your last day, effective immediately, and then just like log off, and you're just kind of like, what is happening?
What's happening is this a recession. They coming in and they chopping jobs. They think it's too many of y'all. They say you at home. Trump is even making accusations that, oh, is some of these checks free checks and they don't work at all? Because we ain't seen them in the office. So if they just getting a check and they work somewhere else, they trying to dig into all that right now. And it sucks. All this stuff sucks. I just want to know y'all opinion on it, because the wave, it was like swoosh. All at one time. All at one time. Camera trying to fall.
On day one, I immediately halted the hiring of any new IRS agents. You know, they hired or tried to hire 88,000 new workers to go after you, and we're in the process of developing a plan to either terminate all of them or maybe we'll move them to the border.
I'm sitting here. I don't want to cry, but I feel like the tears are going to start rolling. But I just got an email from a manager telling me to come into the office tomorrow and bring all my government issue equipment. So I'm thinking that they laid me off.
Yeah.
I've been working with the IRS for a couple months now, and I just don't understand how this is legal. I have a daughter, I have responsibilities, I have bills, and he just comes and lays people off. How does he sleep at night knowing that he's taking income away from so many families?
It's a lot of people hate the IRS. I'm just be honest. They can't stand the IRS because they feel like they are bully. They feel like they villains. And that's what a lot of hate coming from with the government jobs. They can't stand you if you work at the IRS. It's like, don't even tell nobody you work there type job. I don't know.
Hey, IRS. Hey, remember back in 2018 where my ex was doing my taxes for me, and then we broke up, and then she failed to file my taxes for me. And so in 2019, I tried to file my taxes myself, and it ended up not working out because my IRS account was tied to her email. And anytime I tried to email her about my password, she wouldn't respond. And then y'all filed my taxes for me and said I owed $30,000 in taxes, even though everything I made was tax-free. So tell me, how does it feel to lose your fucking jobs? Because I'm fucking stoked.
Wow. See what I'm saying? I didn't expect that video, but you see what I'm saying? They don't like y'all at the IRS. They clapping for federal workers to get fired if you work for the IRS.
Good afternoon, federal employee friends. You get a midday update on the federal employee firings. There's been some changes, some we expected, some that caught me off guard a little bit. The IRS has fired 7,000 federal employees.
7K.
Department of Defense, specifically the U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force, and U.S. Navy, have started sending out letters for their federal employees. Now, a couple that caught me off guard and I didn't expect. The Transportation Security Administration, TSA, fired 300 to 400 employees today. That was confirmed to me by a supervisor at the airport I'm in right now.
Nah, we need
TSA.
TSA.
Department of Homeland Security, Sciences and Technology Director,
We need Homeland Security.
Department of State. I don't have any information on who at Department of State, at the State Department, but it has been confirmed to me that they have rolled up their probationary lists and the firings will be forthcoming. That's all I have for now. I might not have any more information since
President Trump's sweeping job cuts now target the IRS.
Well,
I don't want no copyright.
I was been supposed to give y'all an update. I tried to do it earlier, but for some reason my stuff was deleted. I was trying to show y'all how it looked when I got off the L. It was ABC News outside. It was Channel 10 News outside. Homeland Security outside of the building. And I went up there, basically everybody that was in there was printing out paperwork. Like it was chaotic. Like all the printers was taken up because everybody was using printers. Using the printers to print out all their paperwork that they needed. But when we got down to it, we had to turn in all our stuff after a while because I was sitting around BSing because I was waiting for a few more of my coworkers to come in that I wanted to say goodbye to or whatever. We was over there talking, doing our regular thing, you know. One of our leads kept crying, making us emotional, and was trying not to cry. But at the end, because we had to get escorted out after we turned in our badge and everything, we was escorted out the building. But for the most, like it was sad. It definitely was sad leaving. It was not even sad leaving. It was sad leaving the people that I grew to like.
See, and I want to make light of this because anybody can lose their jobs. I don't want y'all to think that's what I'm doing. I'm not. That video, that guy, he surprised the hell out of me what he said. I didn't expect him to say that. So it's tough because people got families, kids, single dads, single moms, whatever. Nobody got time for none of this shit, to be honest. But that's what we in right now. Y'all ready for the ride? This that roller coaster that go up and down. It's the roller coaster that go in circles. Go fast, stop, and reverse. It's that super
More than
duper.
More than 6,000 IRS employees are expected to have their jobs cut by the end of this week, according to a source familiar with the plan.
That's well, yeah, I'm sorry. But let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this. The federal employees getting laid off. What they supposed to do now that they going through this? What kind of issues is this going to cause for all of us in this economy? Because it's going to be a trickle effect. With that many people being laid off, it's going to be a big effect. It's a loss to the economy. You can't stimulate the economy if you don't have no checks. And you said all those people don't got no checks. Now, I heard it was 200,000, but 6,000 IRS with 200,000 people. But when it's 200,000 people losing their job at one time, this whole country about to feel some new beginnings. I just hope everybody find them some employment while they waiting.